Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. We're live on Park City Television with our continuing coverage of Slamdance 2017. And I am sitting down with the team from the film Cortez. Starting down the line, Cassidy Freeman, actor Jackson Shiver, Aaron Shiver, and Cheryl Nicholas. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Morning.
Thank you for being here. So first, I want to start off with the premise of Cortez. I always think it's interesting how it went from a concept to sitting here premiering it at a festival. So when you sat down to write this, what was some of the inspiration?
Oh God. Well, actually, when we started writing the movie, Aaron and I, we weren't together. We were just friends. So we decided that we wanted to work together. So we decided to sit down every day and like 4 or 5 days a week and just tell each other the story of our life. And so as we were doing that, we started realizing that we had these kind of common themes, these things that we were both sort of dealing with in our own lives. Mainly because we're both actors, we talked a lot about ego. And so we ended up coming up with this idea for the script, which is about a guy who is a struggling musician, and he's having like a life crisis, and he goes to New Mexico to find this girl he used to love, he used to be in a relationship with, and he finds her, and they sort of rekindle their love, and then she disappears again. And when he goes to find her, he realizes that she has a kid, and that the kid looks like him. So, so it's about this. So it's about
this adorable little present here.
Well, he was much smaller at this time. So yeah,
chest height.
Yeah.
So it's about him inserting himself into her family, and and about like it's about family dynamics, and it doesn't necessarily work out the way that we plan for it.
It's also about a guy, I think, that leads a charmed life, but then has to face the fact that his behavior has consequences, basically.
Well, and I think that's a universal message of looking at your past and then dealing with present day consequences of those past decisions.
Yeah, I like to think of it, or I like to say it's a coming of age story for a 39-year-old dude.
You know what? It's never too late. You see that all the time.
I certainly hope it's never too late.
Yes, that's not an uncommon theme, right?
Totally.
Especially in LA.
Totally.
Hey, we live in a ski town, LA, ski town. There's lots of guys that are just figuring it out.
Totally.
It's cool. It's fine.
She says.
Just getting that pow, the endless winter.
Yeah.
Well, these guys are from a ski town too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
Well, that's a pretty beautiful place. And I have to say, uncanny resemblance. However did you cast the sun role?
Well,
That's funny.
well, what's funny is that Jackson was on the fence of whether he wanted to do it or not, and we wanted to make sure that he really wanted to, and so we made him audition. So he had to audition
And go to callback.
Had to do a callback, and not only does he bear a remarkable resemblance to me, he also is a fantastic actor, and he was the best person for the job. So we were really lucky to have him, and he was across from Judy Ivey, who is she plays Cheryl's mom in the movie. And Judith Ivey has won, Tony Awards, and Jackson was just holding his own with her. It was pretty impressive.
Well, mainly because I didn't know who she was.
That helps. You
That
can't be
helps.
intimidated if you don't know who it is.
I had no idea she had won awards.
But how proud. What a fantastic collaboration, and what a memory that you'll be able to sort of save on screen.
Yeah, there were some memories for sure.
For sure.
I love it. All right, well, I want to show, we have a quick preview of the film. I want to show you, look, this is Cortez. Beautiful. I love that shot with the fire.
So it's a comedy.
I was going to say, it's a very light picture with popcorn. No, but I think what's so impressive with this is you made a real point of saying this doesn't abandon hope. There's some very dark topics here. There's definitely some revisiting the past, but in the end, it's really a celebration of people's flaws as well as their potential.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's a question of too, why do we watch film? Why do we even engage in entertainment? And I think it's to see parts of ourselves and find empathy. And this movie does that for me. The minute that I read it, they had a reading of it at their house, and I went and listened to it and said, I want to be a part of this however I can, because this movie speaks to me as a human. It makes me feel less alone. And those are the kind of movies that I like to watch, and those are the kind of movies I think that get into festivals like this.
They absolutely do, and those are the kind of movies that audiences really engage in and can identify and see themselves. Was that really a goal at the end of this project?
Yeah, I mean, I think that was our goal as actors. You know, your goal as an actor is to connect with the audience through, you know, your acting partner or through whatever you're doing, your monologue, whatever it is. And so I guess I'm, you know, coming from that direction as a filmmaker, like that's sort of like the whole point. You're just trying to get into the other human and experience something that another person can also
take away with them.
Yeah, exactly.
I think there's such a disconnect between what we see, what we're like the kind of things we see in advertising and film and television, and what reality is. And I think that chasm creates this sense of despair that we're not like them, or we're not good enough, or we have to be. And so to be able to show a film of real humans with real flaws, I think bridges that gap a little bit and lets us actually feed off of what I think entertainment is supposed to do for us, which is make us feel a connectedness rather
than. It gives
than,
us sort of permission to be ourselves.
Yeah, and know that I feel that.
Yeah,
you know, like
absolutely.
I know what that feels like.
All right, and finally, you guys obviously have quite a camaraderie among the crew and the team here. What are you most looking forward to just here at Slam Dance, hanging out in Park City?
Oh man.
Skiing.
Are you gonna get out? Are you gonna get out? Good
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, we got to secure some tickets.
You know, we made
If anybody out there,
I was gonna say maybe we could help you out with that.
tickets for these
guys.
We made
Get
this
some
movie
of
a
us,
year and a
yeah.
half ago, right? That's when we filmed it. Those 3 weeks, I mean, but it's been in the works for years. Those 3 weeks were so condensed and so much fun and so tiring, but so rewarding. And I'm really excited to sort of feel that spark. You'll never feel that again. Those 3 weeks existed, and they are a beautiful frame and snapshot of our lives. But I'm excited for this week to be kind of like a reprise or something.
Yeah,
we
and
have
you
a lot
can
of people up
celebrate
here
it.
too, and everybody's up
Yeah.
here to be with us. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
We get to share with everybody the success. Yeah.
And you
And
get
I'm-
to revisit it. a
Yeah,
little
and I
bit.
feel like sitting with a new audience too. Like it's such a different energy every single time.
Yeah.
It's cool.
And getting to share it. That's like
That's
the best
goal,
part.
right?
Yeah.
That's the festival theme, sharing all of your work. Well,
Yeah, and there's-
congratulations.
yeah, thanks.
Thank you, and have fun. Get a little bit of Park City break too. We'll get you on the snow. We'll take a break and
We're
we'll
pretty good
secure
at it.
them some tickets to get out on the to get out on the ski slopes. That was Cortez. We are going to take a quick break here on the Mountain Morning Show. Be back with much more coverage of the Slam Dance and Sundance Film Festival right after this.